Live, up and down the coast, from the beaches to the valleys, your news channel starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. It is 6 a.m. We're tracking a second impulse of the storm approaching us right now and overhead many of us this morning. This is a look at our live storm tracker radar as it stands right now.
And we have some heavy cells from Gaviota into the San Ynez Valley and some down in Ventura County as well. Keeping an eye on those.
Definitely. And here's a live look outside of Santa Barbara. This is our harbor this morning. You can sort of see those boats rocking back and forth a little bit. We've also got some road closures to tell you about this morning. It is Tuesday, January 10th, and the morning news starts right now. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Elise Martinez.
And I'm CJ Ward. We'll get to our top stories in a moment. First, though, let's toss it over to Annika for the latest on the weather. Hi, Annika.
Hello to you. Still dealing with issues this morning, as you noted on that live radar. Still very active, but looking a little different compared to yesterday. So let's look at our flood alerts this morning. We do have this flood warning in this entire area that's outlined in the bright green until 8 a.m. Special concern around our river areas. Also, flood watch in effect still for San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties until 11 a.m. early afternoon for Ventura County. So as we take a look at our live radar, notice different from yesterday. So as this second impulse is passing through, we do have some more defined bands. And once that front passes, we're going to see more so scattered shower activity. So as we take a look at where this is, a little bit of a dry period in Paso just temporarily. Same with you in Morro Bay. Light rain starts up back after that along the 101 from San Luis Obispo. Gets more moderate just after Pismo Beach through Arroyo Grande. Starting to see some heavier rainfall around Oceano. The orange, Napomo lightly. Santa Maria about half and half with your rainfall at this hour. Vandenberg, you've got rain that's going to be headed towards Lompoc here very shortly. And Santa Ynez Valley right in the thick of it with very, very heavy rainfall at this time. California Valley light for you. Also seeing some heavier rainfall in parts of Ventura County. Point Conception light, but the heavy streak has run now right through Gaviota, and we're seeing light rainfall all up and down the 101 as we go into Isla Vista and Santa Barbara, continuing along the 101 into Carpinteria. Then we got some more heavy and moderate activity across Ventura County at this hour. But I will be tracking all of your forecasts for you with all our alerts coming up in my full weather forecast.
Annika, thank you. Homes and businesses throughout Santa Barbara County are under evacuation and shelter-in-place orders this morning. In Santa Barbara County, Montecito, Toro Canyon, Sycamore Canyon, Padaro Lane, Carpinteria Creek, Serena Park, and Conejo Road are all under evacuation orders. Shelter-in-place orders are in effect for the Cave and the Alisal Burn areas, the Lower East Side and Riviera in Santa Barbara, and Fox and Canyon, Santa Maria, Mesa, Tepesquay areas as well in northern Santa Barbara County. You're looking at an interactive map from the county showing the areas that we're talking about. We've posted the link to this at the top of our mobile app and our homepage. You can type in your address and find out if your home is under those evacuation orders. And in San Luis Obispo County, an evacuation order was issued for areas west of South River Road at Navajo Avenue in Paso Robles.
And here's a list of Santa Barbara County evacuation centers: Menominee Community Center, 600 West Enos Drive in Santa Maria, Veterans Memorial Building at 941 Walnut Avenue in Carpinteria, and La Colina Junior High School is open to handle overflow from Santa Barbara City College's Wake Center, which is full right now. And you'll find this information and much more at readysbc.org.
And Congressman Salud Carbajal and Jimmy Panetta are urging President Joe Biden to add San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties to the federal emergency declaration in California. They wrote a letter to the president detailing the storm's impacts on the central and the south coasts. President Biden's original emergency declaration approved Monday included 17 California counties. Santa Barbara and SLO counties were not among them, but Ventura County was on the original list. And homes in one Orchid neighborhood were evacuated due to the flooding and the discovery of a huge sinkhole.
And morning news reporter Keith Carls is in that area. He joins us live with the latest on the situation there. Keith.
Yeah, this happened yesterday afternoon around 5 o'clock in a neighborhood along Bradley Road here behind me. We can tell you that firefighters and county crews were on scene overnight monitoring the situation. This is on the 4200 block of Hibiscus Court. That is off of Parkland Drive. Several homes in that area, in that neighborhood, were evacuated due to the extreme flooding conditions and public safety dangers. Road closures in that neighborhood remain in place for the most part, but other road closures, notably between Union Valley Parkway and Foster Road, those have been lifted. There was a report of at least one water retention basin in this area that overflowed due to the rainstorms yesterday. The American Red Cross has been requested to help find emergency shelter for several residents that have been displaced by this unfortunate incident. Reporting live near Orchid this morning, I'm News Channel reporter Keith Carls. CJ and Elise, back to you.
All right, Keith, thank you so much. I just got off the phone with Santa Barbara County Fire PIO Scott Safechuck. He said there were over 200 emergency calls that they responded to yesterday. And 7 water rescues. So we're still assessing the damage this morning.
Yeah, and we have News Channel reporter John Palmentary. He's in the lower Montecito evacuation zone with the latest on the situation there. And John, how's it looking?
We're right across from the Montecito Inn where Olive Mill meets Coast Village Road and the southbound Highway 101 ramp. We had some wind gusts here a while back that knocked down some of these signs, and we actually were just rearranging them to get them back up here because they were out on the asphalt. And you can see this is an area that was overflowing from the creek yesterday that we were at all day, and this is the debris that's left behind here among some of it. Not as big as we saw 5 years ago, but it certainly is an indication of the overflow with the mud and the debris and the rocks that were in that creek. Now let's take a look at what we're talking about yesterday. We have some video that shows the creeks that were overflowing at Olive Mill and Hot Springs Road right in front of Casa Dorinda, over on North Jameson Lane, which was completely swamped from the other side of Montecito Creek that was over its banks there near Hickson, La Vuelta, and as we say, North Jameson Lane by Olive Mill, which was swamped and shut down during the evacuation. Cars were turned around at Coast Village Road, and for the most part, people cooperated. We also saw flooding at Sycamore and Westmont in that area as well. And throughout the day, we have been able to gather some of the video from so many locations that indicated that the drainage from the watershed above Montecito and Santa Barbara took all that rain, that 6 to 9 inches of rain or whatever it measures out to be, and put it right down into some of those creeks that just couldn't handle it anymore. Mission, Sycamore, and here in the Montecito area, Oak, Buena Vista, Romero, and Montecito. So what we're going to be showing you a little bit later on, we've got a lot to talk about this morning. We've got some fresh video of a tree down on Coast Village Circle and some of the unsheltered looking for shelter in some of the freeway underpasses and protective areas of Santa Barbara. But for now, no traffic in this area. There's mud on the ground. It's going to take a cleanup operation with some skip loaders and crews to open all this up. And we've seen some cars come through, presumably people who spent the night in their homes and didn't evacuate, but they're not getting on the freeway, and there's not a lot of through traffic here to the businesses on Coast Village Road, roughly from Vaughn's over to Janine's and the Montecito Inn. All this is quiet and closed right now. Reporting live on Olive Mill and Coast Village Road, or Montecito meets Santa Barbara, I'm News Channel reporter John Palmentary.
Thank you. It doesn't look great, but it looks a little bit better than it did yesterday.
All right. Thank you, John. And we have more road closures to tell you about. Highway 101 northbound is closed at Winchester Canyon. We have multiple rock slides and flooding in that area. Plus, the northbound lanes of the 101 are closed at Highway 33 in Ventura. Highway 154 is closed in both directions, which means there's no convenient way for folks to get from Santa Barbara to the San Ynez Valley, at least right now. Sheriff Bill Brown says there is no timetable to reopen the 154. Mud and debris is also forcing closures at several other points along the 101 freeway this morning, including southbound at Milpas Just keep in mind that these conditions and the rules are going to change all day long as the rain comes down.
And we will keep you updated on all of that. Here are just some of the additional highway closures that we are watching in our area. Highway 166 from the 101 near Santa Maria to Highway 33 along the Cuyama Highway. It's closed because of multiple rock and mudslides. Highway 150 in both directions from the Ventura Santa Barbara County line to Highway 33 and the portion between Ojai and Santa Paula as well. Highway 33 is closed from Lomita Avenue to Ojai to the Ozina Fire Station in Los Padres National Forest. Again, officials say if you do not have to be on the roads, don't do it. Conditions are dangerous and changing all the time. And as we mentioned, Santa Barbara County Fire, 7 swift water rescues just yesterday.
All right, let's take a look at our schools. All public schools in Santa Barbara County are closed today, and the SLO Tribune reports all SLO County public school districts that are back from winter break will be closed today as well. The storm also forced Cal Poly, Westmont, and UCSB to cancel classes and evacuate facilities. Santa Barbara City College and Allen Hancock College also canceled classes. All right, let's toss it over to Annika with a look at traffic.
Yeah, there's tons of issues, as you can see here with all these little cones across our screen. Those are all areas experiencing some flooding issues, possible small street closures, debris, mud, you name it, trees down even. And as we take a look, the 154 still closed both directions. Highway 1 closed between Lompoc and Gaviota. We're also seeing 101 northbound from Winchester Canyon up to Highway 1 closed along the south coast. Southbound looks to be open at the moment. Also, the 101 closed between Ventura and Carpinteria area, we believe, this morning. So watch out if you can avoid driving this morning. Definitely advise. So we'll be right back.
Welcome back. It is 6:14. Here's a live look at our storm tracker radar. We still have a lot of rain out there. You can see a band going from the ocean to the Gaviota up into the San Ynez Valley. And remember, you can download our First Alert Weather app at any time to track the weather on your phone.
This is video of Montecito Creek. Throughout the day, creeks were overflowing with water, rocks, and debris racing through the embankments. The creek started to spill over onto the streets as the day went on. Currently, all of Montecito is still under evacuation orders.
And as you can imagine, driving is very, very dangerous in these conditions. Check out this Jeep driving through heavy flooding in downtown Santa Barbara, and they go right past Santa Barbara police. Remember, it's never safe to drive through water like that.
And stay with us. We'll be right back with Annika's full forecast.
And welcome back. Here's a live look from the northbound 101 side, just south of the State Beaches exit in Ventura. This portion of the road is closed.
And you can see all the mud on the roadway. We have a crew out there. They're saying there's lots of flooding, wind, and rain at times as well. All right, we're going to go straight now to Annika. She has a lot to get to, including updates on what's happening with the storm.
Yeah, there's a lot going on still this morning, including tons of flood alerts still. So we're bringing this up every time because it's just that important. If you encounter roadway flooding, turn around, don't drown. We've had several water rescues already. So looking at that flood warning outlined in the bright green expiring at 8 a.m. this morning. And we also have special concern around our river areas lasting longer with a flood advisory for those areas. And then we also have a flood watch that's staying in effect till 11 a.m. for Santa Barbara and SLO counties, but right into about 1 p.m. for Ventura County. So as we take a look at our live radar right now, you can see these well-defined bands as the system is moving across the region this morning. Unfortunately, during our commute times, but hopefully you can just take work off today or work remotely or delay your trip in. Taking a look at our radar for San Luis Obispo County, couple heavy blips there out to the east of the 101. We also see that starting to head towards the 101 in Santa Barbara County, with this other streak headed right through the San Ynez Valley. Some heavy rainfall now in Ventura and up north into Ojai, extending out into Fillmore. But as we take a look at our future track, this system is going to be working its way very quickly through the region this morning. Notice by 7:30, mostly moving over into Ventura County. Then as we get into the late morning and the rest of the day, seeing lots of scattered showers behind that. And it is really unstable. So we do have a chance of thunderstorms across the area that could bring some short periods of intense rain. Want to watch out for that. Eventually, though, getting fewer and fewer and farther between. And that's when we're clearing out better by later on tonight. So good news there. Here's a look at how much rain we could get on top of what we've already received. So for coastal areas, we've already seen anywhere between 3 and 7 inches and more, even up to 15 inches for some of our mountain and foothill areas. So as you can see, only about a half an inch to 1 inch more of rainfall across the region in total today. Here's a look at our wind alerts. We do have a high wind warning in this lighter teal color expiring at 10 a.m. for the San Luis Obispo County mountains, 4 p.m. for the Santa Barbara and Ventura County mountains. We also have an advisory in this darker teal color, that lasting into 10 a.m. as well. So gusts for the advisory 45 miles per hour. The warning, though, up to 60 or more miles per hour. So that's the big difference there. Now here's a look at our sustained winds, very strong as this system is working through during our morning commute times. And then eventually, as this system moves out the door, we are just going to be lessening and lessening with our wind activity. So still a strong breeze by the middle of our afternoon, but quickly thereafter going to be lessening with that wind back to the single digits. So not going to be an issue tonight. High surf, though, continuing to be an issue. Central Coast up to 15 feet. So we are seeing this a little less for other areas, but this advisory for high surf on all coastlines expiring at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Now, as we take a look at temperatures today, not too much of a change from yesterday, though it could be just a couple degrees under where we were. Upper 50s to low 60s across the south coast. San Ynez Valley for you also in the upper 50s. Central Coast, see lots of upper 50s into the low 60s. Same up to the north, San Luis Obispo County. Temperature range very, very thin spread here. Mid 50s for the interior, and Ventura County mostly in the low 60s for your highs. Temperatures tomorrow hardly budging, but conditions greatly improving. We will be clearing and drying out that system, moving on out the door. I know we're all thankful for that. Into Thursday, starting to see more cloud cover, but temperatures warming a few degrees as we do have a ridge of high pressure over us. So that potentially could be really the nicest and most mild day of the week. As we head into Friday, we do eventually develop a chance of rain showers as the ridge starts to move out and we start to see a trough moving back in. Over Saturday, rain is very likely across the region, but not nearly the level of storm we've just received. So in total for the weekend, we're right now looking about 1 to 2 inches for our coastal areas. So not nearly as significant. Chances of rainfall extending into Sunday and even into Monday of early next week. Temperatures also expect to drop back down on Saturday and stay right there into Sunday and Monday too. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. It's 6:26. We're taking a look at the radar. We still have a lot of rain out there, although we are at the back end of the storm, which is nice to hear. But we still have today to go. So we're going to keep an eye on the radar for you and stay with us. We'll be right back.
Live, up and down the coast, from the beaches to the valleys, your news channel starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. It is 6:30 and we are tracking the second impulse of this storm. It is here already, the second arm of the storm, as we were saying. It's so big that it has multiple parts. This is a live look at our live storm tracker radar right now this morning.
And we were just having a discussion about the possibility of whether this was a separate storm or just a continuation of what we dealt with yesterday.
So it's just that big.
Yeah.
All right, and here's a live look outside of Santa Barbara. A lot of people not on the roads this morning, which is a very good thing as we have highway closures and road closures as well. Today is Tuesday, January 10th, and the morning news starts right now. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing all right out there. I'm Elise Martinez.
And I'm CJ Ward. We'll get to the top stories in a moment. First, though, let's check in with Annika. She's going to talk about the weather and another day of rain. We just got to get past this last band here, right?
Impressive rain totals out there, and hopefully we'll see a little bit of sunshine at some point.
It will come, I promise. And you were remarking on the size of this storm. National Weather Service Los Angeles is actually calling this the most impressive storm we've seen since January 5th through 7th in 2005. So definitely very, very large happening here over the past day or so, and it's continuing this morning with flood warnings in effect until 8 a.m. All that area highlighted in the outline of bright green. A flood watch going beyond that this morning. So definitely continuing to see some issues with this, and roadways to avoid travel if at all possible. This is our live radar, very different from yesterday. You can see some areas without rain. You can see some more well-defined bands across the region. So as we take a look in here, we can see Paso Robles actually dry for the time being, all the way up to Atascadero even. As we go to Morro Bay, also dry for now. Light rain starting up just a little bit there around San Luis Obispo, and then extending down to Arroyo Grande. Also seeing some light rain all the way through Napomo. Little couple blips there in the yellow of Santa Maria. That's looking more on the moderate end. Vandenberg, light rain for the time being. Same for most of Lompoc this morning. And then we have also the Santa Ynez Valley, and the same story for you. California Valley, a little patchy there. We're seeing some red blips though, moving more and more into Ventura County. Point Conception, light rainfall all the way through Gaviota along the south coast, with again the streak extending down south there just to the west of Goleta, approaching the area. So Isla Vista, Goleta, you are receiving that next. After that, Santa Barbara going to get some heavier rainfall. It is light though along Carpinteria and down into Ventura County. For the coastal areas, Santa Paula though, a heavier streak where you are. But I will be tracking this storm, where it's headed and how much more rain we could get coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Annika. And Amtrak canceled Pacific Surfliner service between Los Angeles and San Luis Obispo. Amtrak says regular service is expected to resume on Wednesday, or possibly sooner if conditions do improve quickly. Surfliner tickets will be accepted on Metrolink trains traveling between LA and Oxnard.
And another example of the danger on the roads. 3 people were rescued from a couple of vehicles on Highway 135 at the Harris grade in Santa Barbara County. Fire officials say just before 8 o'clock last night, this white van and another car got trapped in deep, muddy waters. Thankfully, they were able to cross a ladder and get to safety. Highway 135 is closed in that area.
And check out this new video from overnight of people in Montecito trying to navigate a scary situation. These 2 women crossed the street near Coast Village Circle with water rushing past their feet. Traffic was also backed up in the area, with the entrance to the 101 southbound closed. And we have more video of flooding in the Santa Barbara area. Mission Creek crested well above its banks in Oak Park. You're actually looking at Rocky Nook video. Left sections of the grassy area at Oak Park underwater. The runoff also flooded the public bathrooms there and threatened a building that was under construction just a block away from Cottage Hospital. There's the Oak Park video. The area near the Pueblo Street Bridge also flooded. The creek behind Rocky Nook is also raging again tonight, and yesterday was at well above its banks.
And people had to scramble to find a place to stay when evacuation orders were announced on Monday. The Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Santa Barbara says the week started off pretty normal, but with the rain, they had a lot of cancellations, and that opened up some space for residents looking to book rooms after being told they had to evacuate. Here's what owner Andrew Firestone had to say.
We're about 50% occupancy this morning. We're filling up, all with just local residents looking for a place to stay tonight. So we put together a locals discount so people don't have to drive too far.
And Firestone said he's glad that the hotel can open their doors to locals. The new hotel opened about 2 weeks ago. It's fully booked this morning. And take a look at the flooding on Santa Barbara's east side. A man went kayaking down Spring Street near De La Guerra Street. He's getting all the attention there, but you can see the whole street is flooded. Those cars submerged along with it. The man said he hopped into his kayak because it was really the only way he could get around.
Oh, pretty good. I mean, our house under it is pretty bad. All of these cars in the background are completely flooded. And they're probably going to get totaled because one girl already had her car completely totaled.
And this scene played out in neighborhoods up and down the coast. And emergency crews are still assessing the impacts of the rain this morning.
And News Channel reporter John Palminteri is in the lower Montecito evacuation zone. And John, you showed us in the last live hit that the water's receded, but you're just standing in a bunch of mud right now.
Yeah, it was a super soaker here, and even our gear is still soggy and dysfunctional a little bit. So we're actually on a cell phone transmitting right now, all with the modern technology to be able to bring you the pictures and the images of what's going on. This is Olive Mill Road behind me, where all that water was coming out yesterday from Montecito Creek and coming down and gushing into the intersection by Coast Village Road. We've got some video of that. So many people have been commenting about the force of the water coming out of Montecito Creek, the sound of the boulders going through that, da-dum, 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 boom, dum, dum, going through against the wall and on the concrete there and going down like a galloping herd of horses going through there. We got out of that area after a while when it was splashing over and boulders were being tossed out. Sycamore Creek was gushing over as well. And we've got some fresh video coming up here as well. Not only have we seen this flooding and intersection flooding and mud and debris that's come out, not like we saw 5 years ago, but we also see now this morning other areas where water pooled up and receded, but drivers abandoned their cars, including 2 cars that are on Old Coast Highway between the tennis courts and the traffic circle. Also a tree down on Coast Village Circle behind the businesses here on Coast Village Road. I was there this morning and was able to see that giant tree blocking the roadway there. Also, as I say, those cars that are abandoned on Coast Village Road, and then also the unsheltered in the underpass at Cacique Street with their tents, blankets, and they're sopping wet there, and some are in the underpass at Milpa Street as well. So even though there's warming centers open and evacuation centers, some people chose to stay outside, and it certainly was soppy for them last night. This morning, it's much better. The skies are starting to lighten up a little bit. We do have mud on the ground. Skip loaders will start clearing that out here and all the other locations you speak of as well, from Spring Street to Oak Park to the airport. Reporting live where Montecito meets Santa Barbara this morning at about 3 inches of mud, I'm News Channel reporter John Palmenteri.
All right, John, we appreciated your phonics and your sounds that you made. So we
sound effects.
Sound effects. He's got a career in maybe
does.
rapping or something. I don't know. All right, homes in One Orchid neighborhood were evacuated because of the flooding and the discovery of a sinkhole there yesterday.
And Morning News reporter Keith Carls is in that area. He joins us live with an update. Hi, Keith.
Yeah, this happened around 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon in a neighborhood near Bradley Road here behind me. We can tell you the firefighters and county crews have been on scene all night and this morning monitoring the situation. This is on the 4200 block of Hibiscus Court, which is off of Parkland Drive. Several homes in the area were evacuated due to the extreme flooding conditions and public safety dangers. Road closures in that neighborhood remain in place for the most part, but others, notably between Union Valley Parkway and Foster Road, those have been lifted. There was a report of at least one water retention basin in this area that overflowed due to the rain that may have caused the flooding over in that neighborhood. The American Red Cross has been requested to help find emergency shelter for several residents that have been displaced by this unfortunate incident. Reporting live near Orchid this morning, I'm Keith Carls. CJ and Elise, back to you.
All right, Keith, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Keith. All right, let's toss it over to Annika and take a look at traffic.
Yes, several issues still out there. Roadways closed. Avoid traveling if possible. We've got the 150 closed, 101 closed between Ventura and Carpinteria around there. Highway 154 closed, no estimated reopening. 101 northbound closed from Winchester Canyon to Highway 1. Also, Highway 1 is closed up into Lombok. We are seeing also closure on Highway 1 at Division Street around Guadalupe heading up north, and also Santa Maria within the city. Several low-lying roadways are closed this morning, and you can see all these cones where there could be additional closures or really roadways blocked from flooding or debris. Really take caution and avoid driving. We'll be back.
And welcome back this morning. This is a live look from the northbound 101 side, just south of the State Beaches exit in Ventura. This portion of the road is closed, as you can tell.
As you can tell, and you can see why, all the mud on the road there. Our crew reporting some flooding, lots of wind and rain at times, and it's kind of eerie to see this because typically this would be flowing with cars.
Yeah, and I think the direction we're looking at right there is where the campground is. There's
Yes.
a campground. I know they evacuated that. There are usually a bunch of RVs there this time of year.
And the ocean
and
would
that
be
does
to the
flood
left
there.
of your screen
Yeah.
as well, but no cars on the 101 there. It's a very eerie sight this morning. All right, at 6:45, we're going to turn it over now to Annika. And we were asking you this morning, is this a different storm or is this part of the big storm? You told us this storm is so big, it's actually like an arm of it.
Yeah, you can think of it that way. It's a second impulse, so an extension of it here. And again, the biggest storm National Weather Service Los Angeles is calling it since 2005. So it's been quite some time. And we're continuing to have flooding issues. We were just looking at that live camera shot there in Ventura County. So there is actually special concern around our river areas. A flood warning right there around that Ventura River, as well as other rivers, the Santa Ynez, Salinas as well. We are seeing this flood warning also in effect for all these areas outlined in that brighter green color until 8 a.m. The river's longer than that, and a flood watch as well for the entire region, that extending to later this morning and for Ventura County even into the early afternoon. So continuing to watch this as we're seeing rain, more rain of this storm system moving across the region. So notice these very well-defined bands here. Very different look from yesterday when it was just a solid blob of color. But as we go into where this is currently, notice San Luis Obispo County seeing this heavier streak moving across beyond California Valley. You can see that also running basically straight through Los Alamos there. We have another band that's headed in straight towards Goleta and Santa Barbara momentarily, and Ventura County, a little patch like between the lighter colored rain here in the green and the more moderate to heavy rain in the yellow and red. Our future track showing this moving across the region really quickly out there this morning. So even by 7:30, 8 o'clock, mostly in Ventura County with the heavier stuff. Behind it, though, we have a lot of scattered showers, still a chance of thunderstorms. So when that happens, especially rainfall can be very heavy at times and intense. As we go forward into the day, though, these showers becoming fewer and farther between, so things are looking a whole lot better into tonight. As for how much rainfall we could get, not too much more. We're only expecting up to an inch for some of our coastal areas, maybe up to 2 inches for some isolated mountain areas, but way better today in terms of rainfall totals. We've already seen about 3 to 7 inches for coastal areas, and more than that, even up to 15 inches for some of our foothill and mountain areas. We do have this high wind warning still in effect for the San Luis Obispo County mountains till 10 a.m., 4 p.m. for the Santa Barbara and Ventura County mountains, and under that warning, gusts up to 60 or 65 miles per hour. Advisory in the teal color, you're looking at gusts up to 45 miles per hour. That also expiring at 10 a.m. Here's a look at those winds. So we see those very strong this morning across the interior, basically following the track of that storm and getting lesser throughout the day. So by 3:30 p.m. we still got a pretty strong breeze, but from there it's very quickly diminishing, so that by this evening back to the single-digit wind speeds. High surf alert still in effect and advisory in place until about 10 p.m. tomorrow night for all coastlines. Breaking waves highest on the Central Coast at up to 15 feet. We've also got abnormally strong rip currents, so if you're headed to the water, really would advise against going into the water or even close to that water line. But as we take a look at highs today, temperatures mostly in the low 60s across the south coast. So this is just a little bit cooler compared to yesterday, but really not by much. Santa Ynez Valley, same story here. You got some upper 50s to low 60s along with the Central Coast. In the interior, some of you in the mid 50s for your afternoon. We've got about 56 in Paso Robles. And back to Ventura County, your highs today mostly in the low 60s, a little lower than that in Ojai. Temperatures tomorrow are really not changing again too much, but conditions overall greatly improving. We are drying out. We are clearing out with our skies too, so seeing a lot of sunshine eventually. As we hit Thursday, we are looking at even a little warm up in effect, so that's going to make for some milder conditions, but gradually through the day, cloud cover is going to be moving back in, because Friday, our ridge of high pressure moving back out, and we've got a trough approaching us, giving us that slight chance, especially later later on in the day and into Saturday. That chance a lot more likely across the region. Chance lingering into Sunday and even into Monday. But this next storm system is expected to bring a lot less rainfall, only seeing about 1 to 2 inches or so across the weekend for coastal areas.
All right, Annika, thank you so much. And Ventura County Fire is keeping an eye on the hillside above La Conchita, where an evacuation order is in effect this morning. We could see water and mud spilling from the hills yesterday afternoon, but a Ventura County firefighter told us a geologist was on the scene and didn't see any land movement at that time. Still, fire officials don't want another disaster and have stationed crews near the hillside and at Fire Station 25. Today is the anniversary of that 2005 landslide at La Conchita, where 10 people were killed.
And several local beaches are also closed to the public for the time being. Carpinteria State Beach and its campground are closed. A sand berm put in place to protect homes in that area has taken a beating over the past few days. And then in Santa Barbara, West Beach is closed because of a sewage spill.
And stay with us. We'll be right back with this morning's top stories, plus another look at your forecast. Welcome back. It is 6:54. We're going to recap this morning's top stories. We're going to start with John Palmentary as emergency crews are assessing the impacts of the rain this morning.
And John, sun's coming up, so you can start to evaluate and see more what the situation is like there.
on the corner of Olive Mill and Coast Village Road. On the corner of Olive Mill and Coast Village Road, help has arrived. Behind me, a giant skip loader has just pulled up, and they're going to be offloading it here to start scraping all the mud you see on the street below us here that came out of Montecito Creek and came gushing down yesterday and started to flood this intersection out. This is where the roundabout's going to be built, you know, and it was Lake Olive Mill yesterday. It's one of the locations where these skip loaders and pieces of heavy equipment will be actively moving throughout the day. That's the very latest. It's starting to be a cleanup operation in the Montecito area. I'm News Channel reporter John Palmentary.
All right, thank you so much, John. That's important information to know as the 101, 154 closed in several areas this morning. So we're going to turn it over now to Annika Abbott. She's tracking our forecast.
That's right. So as we take a look over the past couple of hours, this radar on loop, we've had a lot of rainfall still across the region starting up this morning. Notice Sacramento area, a lot of instability. So there have been a lot of thunderstorms out there, been a non-zero chance actually out in the water of water spouts. So seeing continued issues this morning and over the next few hours. Wind has also been a factor here. So this is our current wind speed right now for the region. And you can see they're definitely off to a windy start this morning. Again, a look at these flood alerts. Cannot say this enough. We had tons of rescues yesterday. If you do see roadway flooding, turn around, don't drown, don't even walk through it. I know people have been kayaking and all that stuff too, but really not a good plan. There's also debris and things you can't necessarily see underneath that water, so it can be very dangerous. A flood warning in effect for all this highlighted area. You can see that bright green outline through 8 a.m. this morning. Special concern around our river flood areas. I can hear the rain now popping up on the roof with the heavier cell above us. A flood watch in effect through 11 a.m. for SLO in Santa Barbara counties, 1 p.m. for Ventura County. Here's that live radar so you can see this red streak right here across Santa Barbara. That's what we're hearing in our newsroom at this hour. Also a lot of rainfall diagonally across this map with the second impulse. So notice California Valley north of you, some heavier rainfall, heavier streaks there north of Santa Ynez, right through Goleta and moving into the Santa Barbara area. We've also got kind of here and there rainfall across Ventura County. But as we take a look at our future track, this is moving out of the region today into tomorrow. We are drying out, but there's a slight chance of maybe some rainfall brushing up against northern San Luis Obispo County into the afternoon and then drying out once again until, look at this, another atmospheric river headed to us towards the weekend, but it does start to fizzle as it reaches us. So good news, the storm we're getting over the weekend not nearly going to be as significant. Drive very safely this morning and be dry today.
And you can hear a thunderstorm roaring above us in the studio this morning. All right, local news continues next on News Channel 11. We are online with all the latest as well.
And we have Good Morning America on 3 and CBS This Morning's on 12.